crystal clear FaceTime for Mr. Danis. Dillon, how are you?
Hey man, how you doing?
Why do I get so much hate, Dillon, when I have you on the show? Why do I get bombarded with hatred? Why is this? You're such a lovely fellow. You're a mama's boy. People, I mean, you're a mensch. Why do people not like you?
I don't know. I think it's good though. I think I have a lot of engagement on any post or anything that it is. Like it's crazy. Like it could just be a picture of me freaking eating a slice of pizza, and people will be like, "Oh, what the fuck? That pizza shit." Something. People hate me for like everything, but I think it's a good problem to have. I think it would be a problem if no one cared. So I
Right.
think it's a good problem.
That's essentially what your coach just told me around half an hour ago. Were you always like that, by the way? Like even as a kid, did kids just love to hate you?
I don't, I think I was just always kind of like a troll, and I kind of like to fuck
Okay.
with people and stuff like that. I don't know if like everybody like hated me, but the teachers hated me. That's for sure. All the
Why?
teachers hated me because I was
Why?
just a troublemaker. I was a troublemaker. I didn't listen. I didn't do my homework. I was just always like this. So the teachers definitely hated me, and it's funny to see them now, and be like how successful I am and everything. But back then, they didn't think I was gonna do anything. So it's cool.
You ever hear from any of them?
Here and there, I have, and then I kind of still like hold a grudge a little bit to certain
Yeah.
certain ones and stuff like that. Even like I had teachers and stuff tell my mom like, "Oh, if he doesn't go to college, he's never gonna be anybody" and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's kind of fun for them to see everything.
Well, things are working out well. You picked up your second pro victory on Friday. I do have to ask because we spoke about it immediately afterwards. How is your knee feeling?
Terrible.
Terrible.
So bad. Oh, it's so bad. Like I'm in excruciating pain like the past 3 days. Like it's been so bad. It feels like I can't move it. Like it's swollen. It's like it feels like someone's stabbing me in the knee over and over again. It's like really bad. But the only reason I'm getting through it though is with the wind. It doesn't. That takes all the pain away. So I'm just hoping it'll get better soon.
Have you gone and checked it out?
No, not yet. I mean, I know what's wrong with it. I tore the LCL, but um, I deal with knee injuries before. I don't have an ACL, MCL, and meniscus, so I'm kind of just used to it.
What do you mean you don't have an ACL?
Yeah, I don't have all three ligaments.
Really? In the same
Yeah,
knee?
and now I have no LCL.
And
So
that's the left,
crazy, right?
correct?
Yeah,
Is it possible you made it worse on Friday?
I would think so. I mean, I was in the back and I was like warming up with the takedowns, and I felt it rip again, and then I was like,
Ah,
all right, you know what? There's no time to think about this. It's gonna just pretend like it didn't happen. I just kept warming up, and I was like, fuck. And then if you watch the fight, you could see I didn't put my left hook in after, like when I had the guy's back, or I didn't put my left hook in at all. And then one time I went for the body triangle, and I had to let it go right away. I felt like my knee was gonna explode. It was funny because like in the lead, when I got hurt, everybody was like, "Man, you're not gonna feel it, the Joe and this and that." And then I was in the fight, like, "Oh, these motherfuckers lied to me. I feel this so bad." Um, but yeah,
were you
I think I
freaking out?
definitely did worse than one. Um, I wasn't freaking out. Like when I was just making sure. Like I was thinking, and I was like, "Oh, we got to finish him in the first round," because I was like, I might not be able to stand after this. So just make sure you finish him. But then once the fight ended, it's like a shot of another adrenaline. So like I was able to kind of come up and just deal with the interview and stuff.
Wow. I mean, it sounds like you'll probably need surgery, correct?
No, I mean, like even when I did my MCL and all that, they were just like, you could do surgery or you could do rehab, and just build the muscles around the knee, and it builds it like kind of like it kind of makes its own ligament kind of in a way, like the knee, uh, the muscles kind of you have to strengthen the certain ones, and the knee kind of stabilizes. So I think I'll just do that.
Wow. Okay. So, like, what are you thinking timeline wise for your next fight?
I think maybe October. I think I want to get two more before the end of the year, maybe October, December, or maybe I don't know. I definitely want to fight twice. We'll see how long this takes to heal, but I definitely want to fight two more times.
You want to make up for lost time? Because, I was talking to Scott after the fight, Scott Coker, and he was saying that he thinks you have a high ceiling. He just wants you to be more active. Your last fight was a
Yeah.
year ago. Of course, you had the suspension and all that stuff, but would you like to be more active as well?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's the one thing I feel like I'm lacking is the ring time, because it's so much different once you're in there. Like not fighting amateur or anything like that. This is my second fight in MSG on a comeback where I was off for almost a year. So everybody talks about UFC jitters and stuff. Like this is way bigger than UFC jitters. There's guys that get UFC jitters that are on like the undercard with no one watching. So if anything, I'm the one that has to deal with all that jitters and shit like that. And I go out there and I make it look easy every time. So
So I thought it was fascinating, as I mentioned to John and in my my random thoughts column today, that they had you and Aaron Pico on the same card, because in one breath I see people saying that Bellator ruined Aaron Pico by giving him these, these ranked and tough opponents, so to speak. And then in the next breath, I see people saying that they're protecting you too much, that they're not giving you, tough enough opponents. What's your take on all of that? Because it does seem a little bit hypocritical. I feel like there's look, if Aaron Pico wants to go that way, cool, more power to you. If you want to get the tough, but the way you're going, to me, is the way. Like, if I was your manager, I'd tell you to go that way. If you're a boxing prospect, you're going your way as well. Like, you're not fighting ranked guys in your second pro fight. So I don't understand what all the hysteria is about.
Just a couple points I have on that. Like, the
Please.
first one I think for Pico is, I feel bad for him because he's young. He's 22, 21, and he's been knocked out a couple times now. And I think that's the thing that you have to worry about besides him losing. Is like, you shouldn't be getting knocked out like that multiple times at the young age. And think about it, he'll probably be fighting for 10, 15 more years. And it's scary to see, with CTE and stuff like that. So I think that he needs to calm it down, take time in between fights, and obviously I'm not his coach or a doctor or anything. That's the one thing I would be worried about, though. He's so young, and he's probably getting crazy sparring in the gym. He looks like the kind of guy that goes really hard in the gym. And he's taking a lot of damage to his brain. He has to realize that he's going to be fighting for 10, 15 more years. It's not. He just got knocked out his last fight, and he's coming back right away. And now he got knocked out again in less than a year. So, I think that's one thing that he needs to think about, because he's so good. And then I think for me, I fought a guy that had 30 fights. I have one fight. So, like, how am I being protected? Like, I don't know. I think that's a little bit of a bullshit thing. And yeah, I think that Pico should take his time and do it differently. There's no reason for him to be rushing, and it kind of ruins his aura too. Now down the line, when he's getting big fights, you're gonna see the ones that he got knocked out, and it's not gonna like build up as he could have. If he came out and he was 10-0 and he was fighting for the world championship, it would be a lot different. He's 3-4 now, or 4-3. I don't know his record, but
4-3.
It takes the the hype and everything out of it.
And so I know you talk about Jon Jones and Rory McDonald and all these things, but realistically, how many more before we're talking ranked opponents in your mind?
I think on my fourth fight, I would like to fight someone. I really want to fight John Fitch. So I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm ready for it now. It's the point of obviously doing it right too. So what's the point in jumping in right away? 2 more fights, I'll be done in the year, and then keep going from there. So I'm ready to take them all on. I don't know. I feel like I don't need to like rush anything, because time will tell.
So Fitch, you think like you're ready for a guy like that next?
I think 1 or 2. Obviously next, I know I could do it, but I just know my coaches and stuff, and I think it's good to build up and then go from there. But I think Fitch would be an easy fight for me.
What did you make of Roy's performance against Neiman Gracie?
It was good. That Rory is not the same Rory that was the UFC Rory. He doesn't look the same. He couldn't finish a guy that has no striking, and his jiu-jitsu is not that. Nailman's jiu-jitsu is not that crazy. So I thought actually it was a decent performance. I don't know. I think it's a good performance for what he came off with John Fitch, but in the general performance standpoint, I don't think it was that good.
Really? Okay, because I thought it was a better performance in the Fitch fight.
Yeah.
Neiman's tough, right? I know you don't. Okay, maybe I said that to the wrong guy.
He's tough. He's good, and he was on the undefeated streak, but his jiu-jitsu is not like what everybody thinks it is. So
overrated.
Yeah, I would say overrated.
Now, what was it like, Dillon? This is the biggest question of them all. What was it like having your significant other in attendance, watching you for the first time? That's the first time she's seen you compete, right?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was funny in the back. My knee was killing me, and my best friend was there, and he was like, "Man, you gonna lose it for your girlfriend?" I was like, "What's wrong with you?" He's like, "You know what? You're gonna lose it for your girlfriend." He's like, I was dying because my knee was like in the back. I couldn't even stand, So it was actually pretty funny. Yeah, but it was really cool to have her there, and it adds a different kind of emotion to everything. Especially you have your mom there, you have your family, and then you have her there. It's like, you know what I mean? So it's like kill or be killed once you get in there.
Were you a little more nervous because she was there? You wanted to impress her?
I guess so. I guess you kind of think about this stuff, but man, once you get in there, everything like I don't see anybody. So, but yeah, I guess it kind of runs through your head like what you're gonna be like, think of it and everything like that. But yeah, it's cool.
Does your girlfriend and mom, do they get along?
I think so. I think so. I don't know. I can't tell. I think
What do
they
you mean
are,
you
but
can't tell?
I mean, no, like obviously they're not gonna show it, but I think they do get along. We went to dinner after the fight and stuff, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, I think they do get along.
Did you get a breakdown of your fight from Connor? And if so, what did he say about it?
Yeah, I did actually get a. He messaged me right away. I'm pretty sure he was watching live, and he was saying how more comfortable on I looked on the feet and stuff like that, and he was just like that's light work, like easy work. So um, yeah, he was very complimentary towards the performance, and he's saying like, look, this guy has 30 fights, and I don't have any amateur background. I went in there and I made it look easy, and MSG where all my fans were, all my friends, and I went out there laughing basically. So um, I think one of my best traits that I have is that I can handle pressure so well, and I'm really excited to keep fighting.
Any BJJ stuff coming up, or are you going to take a break from that?
I'm fighting ADCC in September,
Oh,
so
that's still
that's a big
happening,
one. Yeah, so
despite
I
the
don't care
knee.
about the. Um, I should be fine by then. I'm pretty good at healing and taking care of myself, so I really want to do ADCC though. So I'm banking on my knee getting better.
Okay, and then maybe a month after that, if all goes well, your third fight.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm not joking. Like it's gonna be a different level, man. Like I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the best fighter in the world. So I can't wait. Even just like this weekend, I knew going in how much better I was than this guy, and like in the back, I was talking to Big John, and I was like, yeah, this guy's like 16 fights. He's like, dude, you don't understand. This guy fought like every weekend. I ref him 30 times and this and that. And he was like, you got to be careful for experience. I was like, I don't think you realize how good I am. Like, it's not gonna matter, how many fights he has. Like, it's a different level. So I'm really excited, man.
I hear you when you say you're going to be one of the best, if not the best. Apparently, Jon Jones doesn't believe that you will
Yeah,
be anywhere near that. What did he say? Mark my words, this man will never be a champion. Was that what he said?
yeah, yeah. That's what he said.
What's up
It's
with
crazy
that?
that, and he's crazy that he's like a kid. He blocked me on Instagram, and he's like saying it on other posts of me. Like, first of all, I don't think he's even blocked DC. Like, I called the man a bitch. Like, he's a grown ass man. He's upset I called him a bitch. I
Right.
mean, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. I offered to do the grappling match with him. So I mean, let's do it if you really think like all this stuff. I don't know.
Uh,
I
uh,
think even though we fought in MMA, I feel like from his stance and the way how tall he is, I feel like if I did like an Imanari roll, I would take his leg home with me.
in MMA,
Yeah, why not?
despite the 35-pound difference in weight when you're weighing in.
Yeah, but I mean, I come from jiu-jitsu where we fight the biggest guy. Like I've fought in guys that are like 300 pounds in jiu-jitsu, and you have to do it. So, and I fought 7 of them in the same day. Um, yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. I'm a different kind of martial artist. I've been doing this since I was, a kid, training with anybody and anybody and anywhere. So, um, yeah,
By the way, I have to ask, what did you make of Nevada reducing the suspensions for Abu Bakr and Zubaira?
it's crazy, huh? Man, I don't know. I feel like everything's just politics. I guess it's really weird. I feel like I think something's going on, and then something else goes on. It's a bunch of bullshit. I don't know. It's crazy to even think about.
Yeah, and now they're both going to fight on that Abu Dhabi card.
It's crazy, man. I don't even know what to say about it. It's fucked up though. But man, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. They jumped in the cage and were punching someone behind the back of the head. Like, you know what I mean? You don't. That's like the most coward move you could do is like hitting someone behind the head. It's like I don't know. They're a bunch of cowards.
Well, congratulations on the win, Dylan. A great performance. Again,
You know what's crazy? I
yeah.
think I feel like this cross promotion thing is getting closer and closer, and I really think that it's gonna happen. I really think that me and Ben Askren are gonna fight.
Oh,
I really do think so. I
really?
think it's gonna happen. For some reason, like I was talking to Coker, and they were like talking about cross promotion, and he's open to do it with the UFC, and like, man, I really think that like if Ben Askren wants to do it, it's gonna happen. So I think it's on him.
Okay, so the ball's in his court. You're saying Bellator is willing. Ben has to step up to the plate.
I signed that wrestling match with him. I was gonna do the wrestling match with him.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do it, so I offered to do a grappling match with him. He didn't want to do it. He knows what's up.
Okay.
He was probably shitting his pants watching my fight.
Did he comment on your fight? I didn't see.
Yeah, he did, but he didn't put my name in it. But he was just like, oh, they put amateurs on the main card or some funny like stupid shit like that. But Yeah, at least he's talking about me.
You want the date, you want the time, you'll be there. You're ready. It's on him.
Yeah.
You're saying ball's in his court.
I'm
Let's-
telling you, man, I think this cross promotion thing is big. I really think it's gonna happen.
All right. You heard it here first. Dillon Danis, Ben Askren, coming soon. I appreciate that little nugget at the end there, Dillon. Get well soon, my man. Congratulations on the victory, and we'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one, Ariel.
You too. There he is. Dillon Danis picked up his second pro victory with a torn LCL. Looking forward to seeing his progression in the sport.